Hey guys, in this video I wanted to share just an annual review of my blog income that I made part-time throughout this year. I am a working mom of 4. I have a 9-to-5 career, and so what I wanted to share with you guys is basically how much I made, only to inspire you guys. Again, I do this part-time, and for those of you guys who are looking to have a side hustle or start something for yourself, whether it's a passion project or if you need the money or if you just want to do something where you can fulfill some sort of entrepreneurial inkling that you have, which I have quite. The goal of this is to inspire you guys that you can do it. If I can freaking do it and kind of like hustle my way through and make this happen, you can do it too. So this is not to brag, even though it's like a very small amount. For those of you guys who are already in the industry and are doing phenomenal 6 figures, like I'm not there yet. I want to be there at some point, but at the end of the day, I know that I can't be spending my time on the computer all the time. So in this video, what I want to share with you is at least my blog income report. I am not going to show you guys my expenses because I don't want to be judged on what I basically write off. So there you have it. I'm sharing with you guys basically my blog income report, and then also I'll talk about high level what expenses I really do need for my business. What I want you to take away from this is the potential that a blog side hustle can have for you. And I'm not doing anything sleazy or slimy. Like literally it's all about writing content and being consistent and maintaining a schedule in writing content. This year I've been able to kind of systematize some of it so that I could basically hire out. That does cost money to hire out, so that is definitely an expense, but overall the intent behind blog income is literally if you like writing or you like creating videos like this, you can make an income off of it part-time. And so what I want to share with you is how much I made this year so that you guys can have some perspective. To track all my expenses, I use the Wave app. It is awesome because it's free for at least what I use. I do hire an accountant every month to do all of my quarterly taxes and quarterly expenses and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, I actually do a lot of the bookkeeping, so meaning I categorize all the expenses that I have or all the income that comes in. She's the one that just like basically creates all the paperwork and all that for the government to send in, where all I have to do is create a check and sign it. But from a bookkeeping and like managing expenses perspective, I manage all of that. And I pay right now about $50 every quarter for her to do the quarterly taxes, and at the end of the year I pay around $150 to $200 for her to do my business taxes. So if that gives you perspective of how much it takes to basically hire an accountant, that's what it costs here in Missouri, but I'm in small town Missouri, so just wanted to let you guys know that little tidbit. Now in terms of income, again, this is from Wave, and so what I've made so far from the advertising network, and the advertising network that I use is Mediavine, and this is money coming in that I actually have in the bank. Like Mediavine has a like 60-day net, meaning like it takes 60 days for them to basically give me the money that I earned 2 months prior. And so what that means is that this is the money that I have been paid that is cash in my bank from Mediavine, and that runs $48,308. From affiliate sales, meaning from Reward Style, Amazon Associates, and Shop Style, I have made about $6,000. Sponsored posts, I've made $3,080. I can't remember what the $80 was, but that's how much I made there. And then uncategorized income, just random things that I've made money off of, it's $434. And then YouTube, not that much, $1,000. So there you have it. That is the overview of how much I've made in terms of income for my blog. The total income is $58,820.88. I will say that last year I only made like $25,000, which just ran to my bathroom counter because I have all my goals listed there. Like it's literally like taped on my my wall right next to my mirror where I brush my teeth. And I had a goal last year of trying to hit $40,000 based on the fact that I made $25,000 the year before that. And the fact that I met my goal and then some is really exciting to me because I didn't think that that would ever happen. I just remember having this conversation with my husband when I first started this, and I actually had a Google AdSense account and I was running ads on Google AdSense, and I was making pennies a day, and I got really excited. My husband was like, "Why are you doing this? Like, this is not worth it." And so I'm glad I kind of pushed through, and now making about $58,000 a year, which is awesome from a side hustle that I do spend a lot of time, right? Like at the end of the evening, most days, I'm looking at some numbers, or I'm writing a blog post, or trying to get a blog post done. So there is time and commitment there, but I'm really glad that it's starting to pay off. Guys, it's taken more than 10 years to get to where I am what I'm trying to share with you guys is all the tips and tricks that I wish I would have known so that my learning curve could have been shorter, right? And at the end of the day, what you need to know is content is king. Go write content, and then the money will come. I promise you. If you write content that people like to read, that's important, or people need information on, that's the important part here that you need to understand in order to grow your traffic and thereby make money and put money in the bank. But in terms of expenses, here's what I pay for Big Scoots. So Big Scoots, I use Cloudflare, and that is $58 a month. And then for the actual domain hosting itself, it's $108.95 a month. And this has 10 WordPress installs that come along with it, which is amazing because I actually have like 8 other domains that I haven't even shared on this site with you guys, mainly on like niches that I'm just trying out and playing around with, and one day they will take off. They might have 1 to 2 to 0 blog posts on it, but I do have them installed via Big Scoots, and so it still costs me $108 whether I have 1 WordPress install or I have 10 WordPress installs on Big Scoots. The other big fee that I pay is Adobe Creative Suite, and that's around $49 a month, and I think it's well worth the investment because they're always improving their software. I can use it for graphics, I can use it for video, I use like pretty much their entire suite basically. Well, I use like 4 or 5 products from their suite. That's like Lightroom, Adobe Photoshop, Illustrator sometimes, and then Adobe Bridge, and then also Adobe Premiere Pro. So those are the top 5, I think, applications I use from their software suite, which is incredible. I mean, you could use Canva, right? Or you could use other tools, but I think Adobe is like the master in their class, and so I think it's well worth the investment. I also have domain registration, which runs around $49 a year or every 2 years, and so that's really all you need in order to run a blog. I do pay for Tailwind, but you don't need that, and I actually don't think that Tailwind is the right strategy with Pinterest moving forward because they have their own like scheduler, and I feel like my pins right now are doing way better if I schedule in the native app versus in a third-party app. So that might be an expense that goes away. I always teeter back and forth with Tailwind, so I'm not too sure. I'm testing out different strategies, but that's another $120 basically a year if you want to use that to kind of automate your pin scheduling. But there you have it. Those are really my expenses. Obviously, I buy stuff around the house so that I can take pictures for my blog on that, and so I'll sometimes write that off. But overall, I just wanted to share with you guys the income. I'm not going to talk about the expenses because that's a whole different topic, and I don't want to start a comment trail around how I basically write off things. But if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. I'm more than happy to help. Again, the intent here is to share with you guys what is possible, and what I'm sharing with you, it's literally possible to make about $58,000 as a side hustle where I spend about 10 to 15 hours a week trying to maintain the blogs that I have once it's established, right? And the established part is the hard part for newbie bloggers out there, because if I told you to go write 10 blog posts right now, they're 1,500 words each with 4 headers. Can you do that? And will you do that? That's really the question. So if you're thinking about getting started, don't worry about the domain hosting. Don't worry about the registration. Don't worry about Adobe Creative Suite. Like, go open a Word document, write 1,500 words, and then write that 10 times, right? In different flavors. And so if you can do that, then you're ready to start a blog. But if you can't even get yourself to a computer and write blog posts, then I don't think you'll be consistent, so don't waste your money. So there you have it. That is my short lesson for the day. Again, what is possible? $60,000, which is amazing as a side hustle. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. Sorry, this is short and sweet. Just wanted to share with you guys the endless possibilities of blogging. Thanks, guys. Bye.